All right, we're out here in the pits with Frank Pennington. Now, Frank, we've got a hard luck award that we give away at our events thanks to Threesome Auto Center. Threesome Auto Center wants to make sure that whoever had the hardest luck gets some kind of help and support. We always pick a very deserving person. The last thing we want to do is give this to somebody that shares the same name that I have.
Yes.
But there's a panel of judges, and the judges looked at it in totality and said, forget the name, this guy deserves the hard luck award. So Eric's going to show everybody your carnage here, but tell us a little bit about how your trip has gone and how it's wrapped up at Bristol.
Well, we left the house at 8 o'clock on Tuesday morning to get here in plenty of time to help out and get everything ready. And just outside of Chattanooga, we got into a little accident with a big truck that decided his lug nuts was going to shear off our fender and our tires. Well, I left the house, being a smart man that I am, I left the house with one spare tire that was dry rotted. So we got that spare and got the police department to limp us off the road with that spare. And I knew we wasn't going anywhere with one wheel and tire dry rotted at that. So we got to a tire store there. I had some really good friends and my brother also who put a call out for some help. And I have to say that racers stick by each other and they really help. Jake, what's Jake's last name?
Clayton.
Jake Clayton answered the call, came up, brought me a tire. And this is about 4 hours into the trip. You know, we've been on the side of the road for a while. He brings me a tire. We take the dry rotted tire and take it and go buy another one, put on there. And 3 tires in, Jake gets the right tire. He runs back and forth 3 different times. He spends three and a half hours trying to find us a wheel and tire.
And you're stuck on where?
Yeah, we're stuck in a parking lot in Chattanooga where we limped off the highway. Well, he finds us a wheel and tire finally that'll fit. We put it on there, bolted up. I'm fixing to pull out. I lay up under there to check it out, and it's up against the frame. So I told him, I said, Jake, that ain't going to work. I'm about ready to try to limp this thing back to Birmingham, Alabama on one tire at about 10 miles an hour on the shoulder. And he said, nope. He said, we've got spacers. I'm going back. So he was going another 45 minutes to an hour and came back, 2 spacers. His dad showed up, another racer out of Brainerd. He showed up. They got us going. We started out with the tire that Jake brought me. I made it 10 miles. It blew out right as I was passing the rest area. So I hooked a right into the wrong way of the rest area, drove back in there. I had a Phillips head screwdriver and a flat head screwdriver and a dry rotted spare. So I took it off in the parking lot. Now I'm doing this in flip-flops, so my feet are already sunburnt from being out all day long in this sun. And back up just a little bit. I've got Ben and Krista Caulfield coming with 3 more spares that are dry rotted. So we're looking good. So I changed these tires with a Phillips head screwdriver and a flat head screwdriver about this long. And it takes me about an hour. My wife, she thinks I'm fixing to have a heart attack. She's running around with an umbrella over my head and bring me a towel to put my knees on because I'm about to sweat to death. Tell me you need to drink something. So we get that tire put on. And now backing up a little more, I didn't even have a jack that would lift this trailer up with this sled that I have. So this tells you how smart that I actually am. I thought the regular jack in my truck would lift it up. Well, it didn't. So we're finding rocks, 2x4s, everything we can to raise this trailer up to get the tire on. So after the 3rd tire blows out, 35 miles down the road, my dry rotted spare blows out. Ben and Krista now are an hour behind us. So I pull in the parking lot, I find another rock and a piece of wood. I get it up on there. Marla goes buys me another tire. Ben brings me tires. We finally get 2 tires that we think we can make it. We've got about 130 miles to go. So at 10 miles, I'm looking. I said, well, that's good. At 30 miles, I'm looking. I'm good. We got about 50 miles from the racetrack, and I realized, I said, well, I think we're going to make it this time. So we limped in. We get here, and, man, just the burden's lifted. I got here. I want my son to race, have a good time. He loves it coming up here. He loves this racetrack. We make 2 passes. He goes back-to-back 655. Everything's going great. I raise the hood up to cool it off and look down. and you see my balancer and my blower drive pulley laying there on the steering, and this motor is the 6th pass on it with everything in it brand new, from the balancer to the carburetor. And this is what happened. So it's been a rough week. We've had a blast here. We'll be back next year. If you told me the same thing would happen when we left the house, I would probably take me a few leave and some Advil before I left, but I would come anyway. I appreciate everything that the racers have done, everything that the track officials have done, and everything that my brother has done for me. For him to give me this award, it's bad. It's bad, and I didn't even want it, because he said there's no way around it. Everybody here voted that you've had the worst luck here, and I probably have. And I'm thankful for it. I appreciate everything, and I appreciate you just letting me be a part of it.
Well, what a story. Obviously I lived it with you, but I wasn't there. I was on the phone trying to help best I could. But I was thinking, why don't he just go home? But you just fought through it and fought through it. Your luck kept getting worse and worse, and you still fought through it. And for that, you're deserving of the Threesome Auto Center Hard Luck Award. Our great friends at Threesome Auto Center are also going to give you $500 in cash. That's all yours. You had to buy tires. You gave a couple of folks a tip here and there. So this thing really cost you pretty bad. And I don't even want to think about how bad that one's going to be when you have to go fix this beautiful race car of yours. So we thank you here at the World Footbrake Challenge for battling through it and coming on up. And if I can help you with any of this, lose my number.
Well, hey, I just want to do a little shout out for this race that my brother puts on. Things like this right here means a lot to a lot of people. This is not the only award you give out. They give out every kind of award you can get at this race. I encourage you, if you haven't been here, you need to come. This race just keeps giving. He didn't have to do this. This track didn't have to do this. I could have went home with nothing, and that's what I expected to do, and that's what should have happened. But they stepped up and helped me out, and I appreciate it. I thank God that he got us here. That's the only reason I am here. I probably should have been ran over on the side of the interstate 2 or 3 times, but he got us here, and I'm thankful that he's here, and we've had a great time.
Well, God's still got to get you home. This still looks pretty rough. So yeah. We're all praying for you and your family, and we hope y'all make it safe. But again, thank you for battling through it. I know that wasn't easy, and congratulations on being the Threesome Auto Center Hard Luck Award winner.
Awesome to win this award. That's what I came here to get. This was my goal.
Well, I don't know if it was your goal, but mission accomplished.
Thankful for it. I'm blessed. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
All right, everybody. Frank Pennington, your Threesome Auto Center Hard Luck Award winner.